Hi guys, welcome back to Tara Makes Up. Today I'm going to do the look that Selena Gomez wore for the Met Ball. I thought she looked really beautiful. She's got a gorgeous little face. She did a really nice kind of red lip and it was very lashy. I felt like it looked quite soft and fluttery with the lashes, so I thought that'd be a nice look to do today. I'm going out to dinner tonight, so I'm going to wear the look and I hope you guys like it. So first thing I'm going to use is a very old favourite that I'd forgotten about and read an article recently about someone raving about this. It's the Bourjois Healthy Mix Serum Foundation and I use shade 52. So I'm going to buff that in with a, oh no, I think it might have run out. Oh no, that shows you how well loved this foundation's been. I'm do my best to squeeze a little bit extra out. So I'm going to use a Bobbi Brown full coverage brush and I'm just going to start applying that from the middle outwards. I would say Selena Gomez's makeup on the night, it wasn't overly dewy, but it had kind of like a nice satin radiant finish without being highlightery, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to work that into my skin. Brows, I'm using Brow Wiz by Anastasia Brow Wiz. I think when I look at a picture of Selena, she definitely has a slightly fuller brow than me, but I'm going to adapt it to suit me because I'm going out for dinner tonight. And to set those in place, I'm going to use a bit of Maybelline Brow Drama. This is in a medium one. I'm going to take a little bit off, a bit of the excess off first. I always find there's a little bit too much product. And I'm just going to use that to kind of set the hairs and give a little bit more of that fullness texture, which Selena Gomez was rocking. So next I'm going to use a little bit of Yves Saint Laurent. This is their Shocking eyeliner pen. And I'm going to take that just across my the top lid on the lash line, and we're going to kind of smudge that in. So don't worry about it being too perfect. I'm just going to take it kind of from 3/4 of the way, so actually a bit further along than halfway. Or if you want to go from the inside, just start really, really thin. So I think because this is a super thin liner, actually, we might be okay to do that. Yeah, so I've started it from the inside. And then I'm just building it that little bit thicker towards the outside corner. But I'm just kind of taking it so it kind of meets. I'm not really flicking it out, just so it's kind of that shape. So for my eyes, I'm going to take the L'Oreal Nude palette. This one is in the Beige Nude, which I have seen in more Boots stores recently. Even though I haven't found it online, it's definitely back in Boots, so have a look. And I'm going to take this really dark colour on the end. It's almost like a navy dark grey. And I'm just going to use that with, I'm looking for a little smudger brush. This is a Zoeva Petite Eye Blender. And I'm just going to take that on the brush and then I'm just going to kind of swoosh it. I'm making up words again. I'm just going to blend that over the line a little bit so the line looks a little bit more intense. And she didn't really have anything on her bottom lashes. It was much more kind of top heavy. There was definitely a little bit of mascara. But with what's left on the brush, I'm just going to take a little bit of that underneath. I'm going to take my Bold Metals brush by Real Techniques and I'm just going to kind of smudge that in. So, like I said, it just kind of graduates to nothing. So when it comes to her eyes, like I said, it was very lashy and it was very soft lashy, and I feel like they're actually quite a heavy lash she had on, but I feel like that was kind of the look. It was that and the red lip, which is almost quite simple really. So once you've kind of smoked your liner out, I'm going to try a pair of the Nadine. These are the Eylure Girls Aloud lashes, so they're the Nadine ones. They have quite a thick band, they have glue that comes with them, and I'm just going to trim them down a little bit so they fit my eyes. So if you just measure them against your eyelash first, and then just trim off any excess lash that you don't, false lash that you don't need. And then with this lash tool, I don't know if anybody's seen it, you have kind of the curve, so you can follow the curve round, so it actually kind of fits the eyelash shape. And these by Serum, so you can just use normal tweezers, but if you find lashes quite difficult to adhere, these are really good. So go to the lash dance, let it dry for a couple of seconds. And then just tuck in each corner. I'm going to take the outer corner first and get it as close to the lash line as you can, and just hold it down for a little bit as well while it dries. That definitely makes it adhere a little bit better. And then just tuck your inside corner in. Now I will say is they are quite heavy, these eyelashes, so they're going to feel a little bit strange at first. And then what's great about this Serum lash tool is you can take your real lashes and the falsies and you can just kind of clamp them together. So next, taking my Fairy Drop ScandalQueen mascara, I'm just adding a little bit of mascara to the bottom lashes as well. So moving on to concealer, and I'm going to use a bit of Clarins Instant Concealer, and this is number 1, and I'm using it because I love it, and a Real Technique setting brush. And I'm just going to take that under the eyes. And like I said, this is a really good concealer because it kind of works well if you want a matte or a dewy skin. And just really lift under that eye area. I'm taking a little bit around my nose as well. For powder, I want something really translucent, and I've been really enjoying this MAC Prep and Prime one actually. So I'm going to take a little Japanese art shop brush, or any art shop brush, and I'm just going to take that kind of down the forehead and my chin, because again, if this was going to be red carpet, you would want it to last. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that pretty much all over actually. So once the skin's kind of set, I'm going to come and do the lip and then go back to blusher. It's always easier. And I'm kind of using a mix of products today. I'm going to start with MAC Red lip pencil. So it's a nice bright, it's a bit more like orangey red than kind of like bluey red. So I'm going to take that first and line my lips all over with that. And I've just started to draw out the top lip shape because she definitely had quite like an angular top lip. So I'm just copying that on my lip shape as well. And then I'm going to take the star of the show, which is of course Sephora lip cream. I think I've looked at different photos of Selena Gomez's makeup, and in some I think it looks more orangey, in some it looks more kind of true red. So if you were on a budget, what you could also do is take Max Factor Ruby Tuesday, which is a really nice kind of like, it's in between an orangey red and a true red, and that's really lovely. The Sephora lip cream obviously is harder to get hold of because you've either got to be in America or Europe to buy it, but they do deliver. So this is number 1, and it's just their cream lip stain, and I think this is so famous amongst beauty bloggers and any makeup addicts because it just is the best matte lip. So I'm going to add this kind of to the bottom and to the top. It starts off quite wet, and you could just do this as well on its own. You don't need the lip liner, but if you kind of like it more in the photos where Selena looks like it's more of an orangey lip, I would go with just the MAC red lip pencil. So for skin, I'm going to finish with a bit of Nars Laguna. I'm going to use this kind of in between a contour and a bronze. Like I said, she didn't really have too much cheek going on. So I'm going to use a bit of, where is it, my Real Techniques, this is the Bold Metals contour brush. It's quite dense, so I like to kind of take a bit and then take a bit off on the back of my hand. And I'm just going to carve out some cheekbones, just for a little bit of kind of definition. I like it when my hair's up as well to have a little bit of definition, and I just kind of tend to push the brush out, so I literally feel for kind of where the hollows are and then just push the brush that kind of buffs the line out a little bit more, so you're almost using the cleaner bristles as you buff. And just make sure you buff any edges, so you can even use the corner where the brush is clean just to make sure everything's buffed in really neatly. And then I'm going to put the slightest bit of blush on, but literally hardly anything. And it's another one by Nars, and it's called Gilda, which I really love with red lipstick because it's not too orange, it's not too pink, and it's completely matte. So I'm just going to take this brush. It's one of my new ones from Serum. It's the 17 Pony Squirrel one, and it's very small, so it's nice for small placement. I'm going to take a bit off on the excess of the brush, and then just kind of across my cheeks, I'm just going to add, it might not even show up on camera, but just a really small amount. It's more just for a kind of natural, because again, I don't want it to look too 50s or too old Hollywood, even though this is a very classic look, and I think that's why a lot of people go back to it for red carpet. So, oh, this brush is so soft. Put that a little bit higher on my cheekbones, but... And so that is the finished look, guys. I really hope you enjoyed that video. I'd love to know in the comments below who your favourites were from the Met Ball Gala. I definitely had a lot of favourites this year. I love Rosie Huntington-Whiteley, but I did do a video of her last year from the Met Ball Gala, which I will link below as well. So go check that out. And yeah, leave me some comments below, and I'll see you soon for a new video. Thanks very much, guys. Bye.